Those abyss mages just now. Were they trying to ambush us?
No. They were just digging through these abandoned ruin guards looking for something of value.
Oh, is that so? The Traveler here seems to like doing that a lot too. Looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits, you know, that kind of stuff.
They wouldn't be searching for such ordinary objects. In fact, I was nearby investigating precisely because abyss mages often come out from that ruin to explore. They seem to be searching the remains of ruin guards for a certain valuable object to take back to the ruins. However, they look disappointed, so it would seem they haven't found it yet.
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they were up to?
Certainly don't mean to be merciful towards these monsters of the abyss. But I have a feeling that their plan with this object is of major importance to the entire Abyss Order. One cannot discover the truth behind it through interrogation. Or rather, these Abyss mages likely fear something else, much more than they do a painful interrogation.
Paimon is getting goosebumps thinking about all this.
All right, we shouldn't waste too much time here. Let's continue our search.
Our bond is strong. All right, this'll do. Dissipate.
Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time. One with my blade.
Out of my way!
Spirit blade, attack! Swift and merciful. Oh, so sorry. Dodge this! Cool it! Forth, my blade! Submit for judgment!
Stand with me!
Windblade!
Windblade!
Wow! Besides the Abyss Order, ruin guards sure are active around here. Seems wherever we find an Abyss Mage hideout, there's often a bunch of ruin guards roaming around too.
There are no coincidences in the world. Everything, just like your appearance in that tavern. Time He's just waiting for those seeds to sprout. Forget it. Just some needless musings. The connection between the Abyss Order and the... Rather, they are both branches that have grown out and up.
Branches? Roots?
Both originate from an ancient nation that was destroyed 500 years ago. Khaenri'ah.
Huh? Khaenri'ah? Really? The Abyss Order and Ruin Guards are left over from after the destruction of that nation? Oh. Speaking of Khaenri'ah, that's really a super ancient Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. A long time ago, the nation of Khaenri'ah was... Huh? You have memories of being there. But that nation was destroyed 500 years ago.
Is that so? Well, everyone has their secrets. You did not pry into mine, so I shall not pry into yours.
Oh damn, I'm old. But I'm only a kid. Did I go time jumping? Wait a minute. Is me and my... There was a story that the God Wind told us. It was about a princess who was sent from a city that resides above the clouds. She was sent to go on a journey to purify blah blah blah. But then she got defeated and she lost her memory and she started to think that she was the queen of the abyss or whatever. And so she started acting like one. But then someone picked up her where she left off. And they continued the journey she was supposed to do. And it showed me. So that story was about me and my sister. And if we used to be from that city that resides in the clouds 500 years ago, because I know some time has passed. When we fought that god and then we lost, and I know some time passed. There was some time that passed, but it didn't really tell. The game doesn't really tell you how much time has passed. If that was 500 years ago, I might be. Me and my sister might be gods or demigods. Also, that would explain why I have so much power compared to everyone. And I did also lose most of my power that I had in that battle. Like, I became drastically weaker. It's like starting at level 1. And I did have an affinity to, I have an affinity to everything, but the first element I connected to that I was used to was wind. So maybe I don't know. Interesting.
But if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Khaenri'ah you saw, what was it like?
Well, I can't hide from it any longer. Yes, the story. Traveler tells Flame in the 500 years ago.
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon thought that you ran into that unknown god first.
I see. So your first memory after coming to this world was being awoken by your sister from within that meteorite.
Yes, I came to this world and I was there. I was there 500 years ago. And then my sister woke me up, and then we fought a god. And then we lost. And then I got weaker, and bada bing badoo, 500 years later, I ran into Paimon. And then, because I was just wandering. I don't know. It's so many bits and pieces.
It seems your sister woke up first. But the question is, how long before you?
And then your sister told you that the destruction of Canria plunged the whole world into chaos, and that you two should leave this world called Tevat?
The destruction of Conria? She said that?
Correct.
That destruction you witnessed, that's history from 500 years ago. It seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period.
But how come I here? Did I go time hopping?
Huh. So your sister must have understood this world better than you did, because she woke up first.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked your path, so you couldn't escape.
Oh, Paimon knows this part really well.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything about Canria. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Tevat, you are able to guess that the war you witnessed all those years ago must be the war that ended Canria. Am I right?
Ah, if that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books during our adventure these past few months. Before going to Mondstadt, you had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather a whole bunch of old books from all around Mondstadt and Liyue, but you told Paimon they were useless.
My question is, how... My character's like 14. Clearly a child. How the frig was I there? I must have been time
So the whole time you were
hopping.
just trying to learn more about Conria so you could find your sister? Oh yeah, you can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7. But where can you go to find a nation that was destroyed 500 years ago?
I probably know more about Canria than both of you. Canria was a nation without a god. Not because it had a god that died or abandoned them, but because it never had a god to begin with. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented, flourishing, and glorious civilization. It was the pride of humankind.
A nation without a god?
Later events unfolded just as you remember. It was all destroyed by gods.
You mean that...
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world and brought desolation to Canria. The pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed, like a weed removed from the garden of the gods.
How could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits. Let's keep moving. I will tell you more of what you want to know as we continue our...